What it do, what it does, what it be like. It's your boy Black Girl, aka Dr. H.A.A.S. This is the Doctor's Orders podcast. Man, I know it's been another little minute since the last time I put one on y'all, but as we say, like to say, man, life be lifing, and all is still well. As you can see, I'm sitting here today with a gentleman who is knee deep in the music industry, knee deep in the game. I don't want to say rap game because if I'm not mistaken, this man specializes in R&B, and that's both on the singing, songwriting, and production side. So we got real, authentic, not the half stepping kind, not to throw salt nobody away, but you got to have some decades in to even have the type of discussion that I feel like we're gonna have here tonight. What a pleasure to have Mr. Courtney Barrett here on the pod with us today on Doctor's Orders. How we doing, Courtney?
We good over here, Earl, man. We just chilling in the studio. I'm out here in Lake Charles, man. I just got through working on a little music while I was in here. But 7 o'clock came and I knew we had set our time, dude. So I was like, let me go ahead and wrap up and go and give him a little conversation.
Hey man, ASAP, man. I'm highly appreciative because most of the Doctor's Orders listeners know I'm probably the most consistent inconsistent. I will start some grand shit and I will leave it where it's at due to getting sidetracked and doing too much, and I'm not very good at getting my schedule under wraps, if that makes any sense, bro. But again, you've been so patient and adamant about wanting to participate, because I can't find people that actually want to jump on the pod and have a discussion. Some people just nervous and don't want to speak their mind, and others have an issue of not being able to hold their tongue. So it's just such a pleasure to have somebody on here that's like-minded. We can have some decent conversation about what's really going on, man. So I thank you once again. I ain't gonna even hold them, man. Go ahead and give the listeners a little intro, man. Tell them what you do, where you from, and what you have going on, brother.
All right. Well, again, my name is Courtney Courthouse Barrett. I go by Courthouse because I literally started my studio at the den area of one of my houses that we had, and literally had a karaoke machine and two
Bro,
mics and a cassette player. And
hold
every
it.
day after school, all we did was go to my house after school, bro, and and go in there and
Shut it
freestyle
down.
on the spot or whatever, and that's where the whole courthouse began. But if we want to know what my actual birthplace is Houston, Texas. I moved
Hey,
to
son.
I was 15, and I finished high school and went to college in Louisiana.
Oh,
Yes,
bro,
sir.
that's dope, man. Shout out to Houston, man. I got a lot of my roots out there in H-Town. All my cousins on my mama's side, a lot of my family is from out that way. And I spent many, many years in that city, bro. My elementary school years out there. I think I went back when I came back out here, graduating, all that good stuff. I went back for another year, stayed with my cousin Lux Caesar. Shout out Lux Caesar, man. I know you out there listening. If you on that road trucking, you dig. But yeah, man, that's wonderful that you came full circle and planted your roots down here in Louisiana. So that was the upbringing. What brought you into the music though? Besides what you just talked about, because I gotta stop real quick and let these folk know that's some 80s baby shit right there. I had the Fisher Price microphone next to the
Okay.
speaker on one side with another speaker with the coat hanger hanging it up. Like that, you struck something so clean when you said that.
Taping yourself on one and then dubbing yourself and then tape
Dubbing it
over
over.
your
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah,
There you
yeah,
go. See, niggas don't know about that one. But yeah,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
go ahead and tell us what got you started. What inspired you to do such a thing, man?
My dad was a professional musician. He played keyboard, drums. He had a good voice or whatever. He had a band in the Houston circuit called Kaleidoscope. And they wasn't popular or nothing. They did a lot of cover songs or whatever. A lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire, a lot of Maze, Frankie Beverly type stuff. You know what I mean? And but he was a musician. I didn't even know how to play the piano. I was self-taught by the age of like 8 to 10. My sister's the one that actually had the first keyboard. She was taking piano classes. I had an ear. I didn't even know what I was doing. All I knew is I heard what she was playing, and I would go behind her and mimic everything that she did without knowing. That's when I started realizing I had a gift, you know what I mean? That I had a trained ear that I could hear something and repeat it back immediately. And so it took from there. It started there, and I taught myself how to play the piano. No classes, no nothing. I just literally just pick at it until it made sense to me. Uh-huh.
Man, that's
Uh,
real. I think everybody experimented with a keyboard once or twice, but it take talent to actually learn how to do it. Cause hell, I was pecking at it. I still didn't learn how to do it. I'm 37. I still ain't figured that out. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it's been a fun journey going from. I started off with ballads, real Stevie Wonder like type music, but of course, rap is gonna be a heavy influence in you. So you got your Tupacs and your Biggies at that time. This is the early '90s, man, having
Yeah.
a real heavy influence on a lot of the stylings of my music. Then you got the neo soul era that kind of fused hip hop and the jazz and
Yeah. Put it all
all of that,
together.
and that really for me took a different turn for me, because all of a sudden I didn't know whether I wanted to rap, sing,
Oh,
produce,
what?
and then so I just got to a point where I said, man, I'm gonna do it all.
Bro? Ain't
Yeah.
no wrong way to do it when you're doing it all. I swear, man, I felt that way around the time, around the early 2000s when I kind of first heard. It was more on my end. It was when I first heard Zero, but I guess I kind of got bit when I first heard Nate Dogg. I was like,
Okay.
I was very intrigued by that baritone sound kind of singing, but I never really heard it again in a real extravagant form till I heard Zero. And then ever
Right.
since then, man, I've always followed it, especially with the way that the game is now with the rappers turned singers and everybody doing the harmonization and whatnot. That's just that I knew that was gonna be the ticket, man. I just knew that was gonna
Yeah.
be the ticket.
Yeah. I can appreciate whenever you got someone with multi talents. It's one thing to have a one trick pony that can only rap real good or only sing real good, but when you
Real
got
good.
somebody who literally can rap, sing, make the music, record themselves, begin to engineer themselves, that's a whole different animal.
Yeah. Talent got
Yeah.
to be very disciplined too, man, out the gate. So yeah, that you are, and I got to hear about some of the collaboration you've had with any artists around here or anywhere. What kind of projects have you done in the past? What kind of people have you worked with?
Right. Well, if you want to go back to the humble beginnings, there was a group out of Oakdale, Louisiana. You familiar?
I remember
They
them.
was
Do
called
I do? Oh yeah,
Dirty Boot Hustlers. I don't know if you familiar
DHB.
with.
I remember them boys. We was coming up around that time. DHB, DBH tripping,
Yeah.
DBH and the Maker Boys. Shout out Mike B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike B did a lot of work. I did some work. I'm on Mike B's first album when he was still Maker Boys and he was still
yeah.
running OV. I was on that project. Helped produce some of
Okay.
that. Recorded some of that. Like I was a part of them humble beginnings of the Oakdale
Of Oakdale
cell.
scene.
Yeah, and then when I got to Lake Charles, I don't know, they got a guy named Buddha Blaze. Buddha
Yeah, heard
Blaze
of him.
noticed something. I was working with people from Rain that was named Ray Beamer. Ray Beamer was
Mhm.
from Rain, Louisiana, man, but he ended up getting me connected with X Mob. So I done work with Bundy G.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I done work
Right.
with a lot of local Lake Charles rappers as well. Little
Yeah.
Justin before he made some moves. A lot of the people that's doing moves now, I had the humble beginnings of working with them at their
Working with
at their
them.
nuclear phase. But they're out there making power moves now, like Justin King right now, Jay King,
Yeah. Shout
and
out to Jay King, man.
a host of other people, man. On the R&B side, uh, just a whole lot of the people from the main entree, Jarvis Jacobs, Marlo. It goes on and on, dude.
The
This
list goes on.
music scene out here in Lake Charles that I don't think nobody really takes notice of.
Yeah, it's been slept on for real. Even back in the days when we was doing it around the 2003, 2004, everybody kind of knew of X Mob, with Vicious and all, but that was pretty much it. And we always anytime we done shows somewhere, the talent shows or whatnot, man, we seen so many talented people, man. Shout out to my dog Suede. He doing this thing out in Lake Charles in Los Angeles at this point now. He kind of made his way as a content creator. But his beginnings, I've seen him in a lot of these clubs doing all the mostly rap. I think it was rap from him. But like you said, man, just so many people, man. So the underground scene was just slept on, terribly slept on. But
Yes, sir.
that's okay. We can rewrite history. We can bring attention back around to the Southwest, even with the changes in the game as they are today. The music ain't the same as it used to be, but I mean the morals and the basics are the same. You put
Yeah,
together a good product, the people gonna move.
the music has definitely taken a shift, and in the beginning when it started shifting, there is. I'm 42. I never mentioned it, but
Right.
I'm 42, and I still produce, and what I'm making is still relevant, but it has taken a shift to even sometimes I start to feel like it's beyond even my reach. Now, I got a 19-year-old son who is making beats now, and he is staying
He
relevant
in
with the
there.
things that's happening. But sometimes I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I become to sound like that the old head.
The old head, yeah. I get that a lot now, man. My son's 12, well 11. He gonna be 12, and I agree with the idea of, okay, I'm older, you're younger, so we're gonna not see eye to eye, because my mama wasn't feeling that Tupac and that Eminem and all that crazy shit I was jamming. But yeah, I'm sort of like you, man. I'm a tweener, but at least I was riding off that tweener vibe. But I'm 37 now, so I gotta just embrace it. I'm OG now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta embrace my OG status and sit back and relax and let it unfold. But yeah, there's a lot that I like about it now. I like the fact that they understood that people's attention span is much shorter, so they went with the shorter songs. So I kind of like that. But to say that songs are shorter, man, they ain't making enough music.
That by design, or is that you know just where we're
Both.
at now?
Somebody lazy out there. they
Yeah,
they don't have the skill content to come with 3 verses and a hook like back in the day. That's a lot of them. That's the reason why most of them can't. But some of them got smart. They're like, you know what? Folks ain't paying 4, 5 whole minutes to a song, especially with social media, TikTok, Instagram. They know if
yeah.
you can get a 15, 20-second snippet, hell, all I need is a 90-second song, and hopefully somebody finds something in there
I'm guilty because I can't listen to more than about 3 minutes worth of a song.
of a
Huh?
song now. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you ain't lying.
First verse, I'm gonna get to about the second verse, second hook, and by the end, I'm good. I got my fix.
Straight up. Back in the day though, I don't know if he was big on that chopped and screw whenever that shit was really, really popping at its height, but man, I had no problem listening to the same song going 10 minutes, bringing it back to the first verse.
Man, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a vibe. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It
but
was a
nah,
whole
not
vibe.
today. I
No,
can't feel
no.
that way today, man.
We're in a
So what other
different
things?
shift. There's been a shift in the music that I just can't ignore. And just I get so passionate when I talk about this because I came from those humble beginnings,
From the
because I
beginning.
came from an era that you had to have talent in order to for you to actually be high on that pedestal. There's a
Yeah,
certain level
man.
of skill and talent that was required that is no longer there, and that's where I kind of get a little jaded because even though I still make music and I still produce for people, the rules have changed.
Yeah. If there is any, man. If there is any. A lot of folks are just no
It
holes barred out here doing any shit.
changed, Daryl, man. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what it is now? It's a popularity contest
Yeah.
because it's no
Yeah.
longer about your ability. It is as far as rap and your verbiage.
No,
No,
it's
it's about how many people can you get to follow you.
follow you. It's about your following. Exactly. It ain't even about people are buying stream plays and streams and whatnot to make themselves look like they getting more attention than they are. They need to look the part to attract the attention that they actually need to move forward in the career. So it's kind of ass backwards, man.
Yeah, and it literally. So I got a good friend of mine, Beat Doctor, man, love him to death. That's my boy, man. That's one of my
Mhm.
ride or die. He another one of them hybrids that produces his own music as well as an artist on. And so he's really talented. You know what I'm saying? And he just submitted some of his music to one of them shows to get a chance to be
Yeah, to be
reviewed,
around. Yeah.
and they gave him a horrible review on this particular show that he submitted his music for, saying that his sound was dated. But even though he heavy with the bars, okay, the beat
Damn.
is on here, but because it wasn't following this weird trend of the weird music,
Yeah.
uh, They downplayed it. They shot it down, and they shot it down before it even really got a good play. Like I'm talking 10 seconds into the track, they already on
They already formed their own opinion. Yeah.
appreciate thought out music anymore.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Damn. But that's sad. That's
Context.
I'm thinking the same. Like the storybook rap, the folks that had you have to listen to an album front to back because you had to hear the songs in a particular order because they had a deeper message than what's going on now. And it's kind of hard to deal with, but also me just seeing it from both sides, it's like, what's it gonna take to get it back to that? Or is it ever gonna get back to that? Or are they just gonna separate that as a subgenre altogether? You know?
That Earl is a excellent question. How would you get it back? I'd say one of the things in my thought process when I think about this is when you creating yourself as an artist, let's say for new artists on the rise that want
On the come
to
up.
establish themselves, I say build a character that you want to personify through your music. Because what's happening, in my opinion, is that we're not bringing a character to the music. You know, there's Snoop Dogg, who is the smooth, laid back pimp. You
Yeah.
got Rick Ross, the boss. Huh? You know what I mean? You got
Yeah.
Wayne with the bars and the real slick shit. You know what I mean? Like you
And that
got
good.
them
You
have
hear
they
that? That's Wayne every time. Yeah, they
yeah
got a gimmick. Yeah, yeah,
they give it to their and they capitalize off of that gimmick. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, I think you should create a character. I think that would help your growth as an artist trying to gain a following. You know what I'm saying? Because people want to associate you with something,
yeah. Boy, that's the
maybe
truth.
gesture, that look, that whatever.
Nah,
That's
that's definitely true. I can give you an example of that. A couple of examples of that. The first one that comes to my mind is the baby. He came out to South by Southwest wearing a whole ass pamper, passing out flyers and QR codes and whatever else he needed to do. And people associated him with that particular character moving forward until, years later when he kind of came out into his own and built
yeah.
that whole persona before he kind of wrecked that. But that's another story for another podcast. Because that was another perfect example of it didn't matter what the skill level was. It was all about some PC culture shit, and they took that left. They didn't care if he could rap or not. They just went ahead and canceled him anyway. But yeah, building a character. I do something similar, man. Everybody call me Dr. H.A.A.S. You know what I'm saying? So Black
That's
Earl, aka Dr. H.A.A.S, I got a whole persona where I got the lab coat and the little glasses and shit. Really on some OG doctor shit.
Courthouse the judge. All right.
Courthouse the judge. Hey, y'all heard it first, man. You're going to hear the doctor and the judge mixtape coming soon. The doctor and the judge EP dropping. No, that shit is real. I like the sound of it's not. I don't even want to call it a gimmick because that sounds trashy. I like personifying a character. That's dope, and I think
And
that is
allows you to
a nice
separate
way to stand
yourself
out.
from when you're being an artist. Because
Separate
at the end of the day, I'm still a father and I'm still somebody's man and a son and all of that. And so
you. And
when I'm
all that
Courthouse, that's that personified character that I built.
word.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. And you know what, though? While we on that subject, because that's how I know there's some 80s babies talking. Because you see how that man just said, I'm also a father. I'm also a husband, a son, a brother. Like, I'm still the mailman. You feel me? Like, I still am dad to my son downstairs. It's like there's a separate but equal way to carry yourself. Some of these kids, man, I don't want to say kids, some of these younger artists, they'll take their character, their rap character, and try to live off of that.
Right.
And
And
don't have the man in them. Don't even have the other half. So yeah, that's kind of crazy, bro. That's a very
uh,
thin line. They playing with fire.
a little shift in this and take what you're saying right now and
Yeah.
say that that's one of the new issues. Well, I ain't gonna say new. The issues that I have with the young music community is that they're taking their music literally. I could listen to a
Yeah.
story that Snoop Dogg rapped about going on murder trial and not take it serious. And murder was the case that they gave
Case.
me, right? I
Word.
can listen to that and take it as a fictional story that may have versions of truth to it. Hmm?
Yeah, very true.
These
Yeah.
kids are talking about this gunplay, and then they're going out and actually doing it, which
Yeah.
only hurts us.
Right.
We're
Yeah. That's destroying us, man.
on a daily basis, and the mentality is so self-hated like that. It's really hard. I'll be honest with you. I don't record that music in my studio.
Yeah. I can enjoy smoke and drink with the best of them, but we ain't just finna have the whole city trying to kill you while I'm sitting in your studio somewhere, not
Oh,
having no idea what's going on. You know,
that's real. That's a real fear.
yeah,
I've
man.
had that real fear. I've been in the studio with some real gangsters
Bro.
producing and making their music, and there was a thought in my head that boy, anytime the enemy or the op or whatever was riding by and seen them, I could just be in the crossfire.
In the mix. Yeah, bro. Man.
And nobody wants to live like that, make music under those conditions, man. But
Circumstances, man.
I'm
Yeah.
not to take anything. I love rap, hip hop, the whole music scene. It's being exposed right now. I'm pretty sure you've
Sure
seen
is.
all of the news and allegations, things happening within the entertainment industry that is
Oh
being
yeah.
exposed now. And it's really turning ugly to the point where you start to ask yourself, why do I even want to be a part of this again?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I trying to do? Really?
Shit, I grab my mail bag off the floor every time I say, man, do I really want to go out here and be on somebody's stage 3 weekends out the month, man? I don't know, man. I enjoy making music. I do, man. And and
No,
and God forbid, or God bless the fact that make a song, a random song, might get hot on TikTok. Man, I might be to travel for 6 to 9 months out the year and go collect some change and get right back to my job. You never know. But that thought of just becoming the next Drake or the next Kanye just speaking those two names alone, you already know what's going on with all of that. So yeah, I feel you on that one, man. I'm gonna let you elaborate on that point too. How would you handle that if you just you doing your everyday day job and then shit? Next thing you know, you got the hottest song on the chart. What would be your next move?
I have to pivot that one and say the reason why I stuck to producing was because I never wanted the limelight. I want you to know I was always the more talented person in the room. It was never a
Straight up.
question who was the talented one. It was always, and then what? See,
Oh.
it for me, and this is damn, I might be getting too deep, Earl. For
Nah,
me,
we gonna roll it.
it was almost like a statement that said, I need to be in front of the crowd because I feel like nobody sees me. Huh?
For
Nobody
real, for
sees
real.
me. So I need to be famous.
In front of
I've
everybody.
never felt that weak about myself. You know what I mean? It was always a confident attitude that said, I know that I make better music than a lot of people I know.
Man, hands
I don't
down.
I don't need the fame and validation in order to prove that. Hmm?
Oh,
I
bro.
got a good job, I make good money, and I still make good music. I'm just saying, like, I see people get it twisted because they put so much into this music, and it's a watered down lane.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
everybody want to be some kind of music star,
Everybody
huh?
doing something. Everybody doing something. And you hit it, you struck hard. Whenever you said you never felt the need to be in front, because that's a lot of folks' downfall is feeling the need to be the head honcho or just the need to be in public eye. I'm an only child, man. I've always been a reasonably popular person, but I never just, I never had to be the stand. I never necessarily was the standout either, for that matter. So I think on your end, you got the double-edged sword because you produce and you ain't got to even do nothing but flex your personal talent, how you feel. You get to showcase your skills musically, and someone can still lay something on that same beat that you created, and it takes them. Not only do you take someone else's career to a whole nother plateau, but then that circum rewards you with whatever production credit you've earned off of it. And that's keeping you. Somebody could be in the club performing the song that you produce while you could be sound asleep in the bed with your old lady and your cheering in the other room sleep. You know what I'm saying? Out the way of all of the gunplay, out the way of all of the violence and the he say, she say, the
Yeah.
beef, all of that.
It was always look chestnut checkers, right? It
Word.
was
That's the name of my album, by the way. I wish I had the cover laying around, but I got an album called Chestnut Checkers I put out in
But chestnut
2016.
checkers, man. It was always the thought that okay, I could be the artist, and then you have to do the tour dates. You gotta kiss babies and shake hands with all these
All that
people.
politicking, yeah.
Like it. But listen, when as a producer, I come in here and I'm in my mode, I'm doing me. And then if I create something that somebody else has interest in or wants to take for their own or whatever, I can always just transfer it to them and write a song for them, man. Like I never felt that was the end all be all for me was if I don't make it in the game, then I ain't shit. No.
Nah.
I'm still me.
Yeah. And when you got the confidence level to poke your chest out and say such a thing, that means not only have you put in the work, you put in the work to be able to do that. You've withstood the test of time to be able to do that. Those are just two things off the top of my head that I battle with younger people about, and it's fucking me up to even keep saying younger people, because I remember when all the
You was
OGs was talking to me as the younger person. Man, you young people, man, you young people. And I'm 37. I still feel like I'm 17. But at the end of the day, my kneecaps don't feel like they 17, and my shoulders don't feel like they 17. And
yeah.
my mind is sharp, but my body ain't. I mean, reaction time might not be the same. I can't get in the same scraps that I used to get in my 20s. I can't get in those at 30 and 40 because I ain't gonna move as quick. So I
Yeah,
say
yeah.
all of that to come to the point to say that music is something that's supposed to be an art form. You're supposed to be able to enjoy doing it. When you put business involved with it so much, when you tie your whole personality into it so much, it's draining, man. And I found myself doing that shit a lot coming up. It wasn't until I made maybe 30 that I was like, you should stop trying to just come on now. Like, you should just go ahead and just make your music and do it because you having fun, brother. You got a kid, you got a job. Just some people like to go play basketball at the LA Fitness. I don't hoop. You know what I'm saying? I rap. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Whatever.
I love to do that.
Just do it and do it on an excellent level. That's correct.
Yeah.
So I'm still happy that I'm still making music, man. I've been doing this, like I said, since I was a kid, and I'm still at it, bro. And I'm still doing it on a high level. Hopefully, somebody that I've been working with takes it to that next level and represents us well. But if it doesn't happen, guess what? I'm still gonna be making music. It ain't gonna stop me. This is a part of who I am, bro. Huh? But even then, I want to take this moment and really reach out to the younger artists coming up because I
Yeah.
really feel like crucial point in music. Both men and women, young ladies, y'all got to be responsible about what y'all putting into the atmosphere because you don't realize that what you're saying. There's some young person that you don't know that's listening to you and taking everything you say literally,
Damn.
and they're going to go do the very things that you say, I was just playing. I was just playing, but they doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
And you might benefit from it in some way. Maybe your music got streams, you're getting a little check, but
Little
is it
paper.
worth that another young man's life? Is it worth another fatherless kid because you just was having fun,
You was just
living life
rhyming
on?
words together, man. Now you got somebody doing 25 to life.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so I just say be responsible for what you're putting in the atmosphere. I try to promote nothing but love, motivation, and maybe some life stories to kind of help you see a perspective. But I do not spread anything that I feel like would hurt my people, period.
That's right. Man, I want y'all to pay close attention to what this man just said, bro. Honestly. All of that, everything is energy, bro. Everything is energy. When you putting all that badass energy into the atmosphere, it come back, bro. It come back in so many different ways. You think it don't affect you It does. Even if it doesn't directly, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect your neighbor. It might affect their son or daughter. If you got a child, it'll affect your child, your niece, your nephew, your cousin, your uncle, your friend. Everybody done seen the dope head in front of the chain store. I'm not saying a particular rap song made him do it, but a particular rap song made him think it was okay. So
Mm.
you have to sit down and really think about that. Same one for for your partner that's doing time behind bars, that's in the jail cell. I'm not saying the rap songs told him to do it. Rap songs just told him it was okay. And we just trying to let you know it's not okay. It's not okay to keep spreading these messages and keep on poisoning our youth and even the weak-minded adults. Because I keep saying youth like it ain't folks my age doing this dumb shit too. It's adults doing it too. It's adults out here neglecting their kids, chasing women. It's adults out here that wasn't fortunate enough to get blessed with a good job. Whether they were looking for one or not doesn't really matter. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, they found their way to make their money. Probably wasn't
Yeah.
legal. You know, some of them wasn't it's smart enough. Maybe let me just say it like that. Wasn't financially illiterate enough. How about that? Financially literate enough to put away any money, man. Them boys sold dope to your nieces, your nephews, your aunties, and your uncles. Made a fortune and lost it all right quick, drop of a dime. Now they calling on your mama, your sister, your cousin to come in and send them something in jail and post bail. They want you calling your grandma to put the house up to get him out. All these things, man, it's a snowball effect. And I really should have been speaking on it, man. We haven't spoke on it enough. I'm very glad that you decided to come and say those things on this podcast because it's actually a direction I haven't quite went in. We've talked music business on a few of these podcasts because this is a real general knowledge podcast. Anybody who rock with it, y'all know I'll talk
Yeah.
about anything. But
Yeah.
this is a convo that needs to come up more than once, man. For real, for real. Man, any more details you want to give us before I wrap it all the way up?
I'm trying to think to myself. I think the ladies. I didn't really address the young ladies. They've
Yeah,
also
we got
so
time to speak on that because that was something before the pod we had kind of touched on right quick.
I think
The hot girl movement.
this hot girl movement is not what's up. It first it was fun. It was fun in the beginning, but the mood all changed.
Word. Yeah, I can agree. I'm a man. I like to see it for the time. Yeah,
WAP came out, and you hearing Cardi B say the explicit things that she said.
and
Yeah,
she was
yeah, yeah. It
saying,
move you in a way.
and
Okay,
Meg came
but
out swinging too. Yeah, yeah.
some women who also think that now that that's the only level of value they got is what's between their legs and on their chest. And let's not forget, man, you got a brain, all right? You got more valuable things, all right? You got the ability to do a lot of amazing things. Uh, don't let your sexual deeds be the only thing that defines you. You
Yeah.
know.
Gotta have more to bring to the table. I agree. Shit. Man, I agree. I was really arguing down the other day how I was sick of hearing it. And then as I'm sick of hearing it, another female will come out that I haven't heard of. And we'll hear her song, and it's about the same shit. And don't get me wrong, man. I don't want to. When I say hot girl shit, I'm probably over elaborating and over generalizing a particular group because they still
It's
got
got,
some females out here that can rap, but they just
it's got
focusing on the wrong shit.
it's got its place in time. There's a place in a
Yeah,
time to listen to those things, but just when it's being force fed to you unwarranted, bro. Just every other song is just booty hole
yeah, for
brown,
real.
and
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, yo,
got grown
yo,
men talking about ski. Yeah, I'm like, all right, I've
oh.
had enough. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
But yeah, it just kind of got to a point. But yeah, I didn't really touch on the young ladies, man. But I want them to know, man, there's more to you than what's between your legs
Talk
and on
about
your
it.
chest and what that
Talk
mouth.
about it.
All
That's
right,
real. When
and
when we
if that
ask what
mouth,
that mouth do, I want to hear some rapping and not just all I'm saying. And don't get me wrong now, a different time, different place, different setting, yes. You want to see what that mouth do. But when we in the car, taking somebody to practice or my mom to the store, we need to talk about something else.
On the way to kids to school, and yeah. That ain't the time to find out what that mouth do on the song on the
It's
radio.
just not there. It's hard to explain, man. It's hard to explain. I feel terrible. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's real out here. I'm glad you was able to get that point across too, because I completely forgot about that particular situationship of music.
like
The
this
state
other
of
thing.
music is wild, man.
I told you, there's so much that I wanted to
Oh, it could
bring
go.
up.
Yeah.
We could have went the music to prison pipeline that they had been making. We could have went that route, but maybe hey, I'll say that for another one. Maybe we can do a part two and pick
Yeah,
this guy.
literally though. Literally. I'm as you saying it, I'm thinking it. Like, yeah, this ain't gonna be the last time, man. We're gonna talk about some things outside of this for sure. Cause you gave me an idea for damn near a whole nother podcast, brother, really and truly. But just not to mention that, but your studio was in Lake Charles. Was you coming out of Kinder or which area
Yeah,
you
sir.
working out of?
I actually am a bartender by trade or whatever. You can catch me at H.A.A.S Casino.
Yeah.
I make some of the best drinks, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
in Allen Parish. And my studio's in Lake Charles. I'm connected to Who's Next Barbershop right there off of Highway
Okay.
14, Lake
On
Charles.
14,
So
yeah.
I'm within a barbershop. If you need to get your hair cut, you can come through. They
Get
take
cleaned
walk-in.
up and then go. Yeah.
Yeah. Slide in and come get your song recorded. That's right. Yeah.
That's real dope. All
Got a
bullshit
tattoo
aside, that's real dope.
too. Shout out my girl Portia. She do tattoos on the spot, man. You can get an
Uh,
appointment with her set up, get you a tat. I mean, it's a one-stop shop, baby.
Can't beat that. Nah, y'all hear this man for real. Can't beat that, man. If y'all in LC, slide down 14 for real, man. Check this out. Man, Courtney, it's been a pleasure, brother. Before I let you go, you got any projects you want to promote or just let them know what you're doing next and then tell them exactly where to find you at, man, all your social tags and where to find your music.
All right. Well, listen, I actually am working on a project that I think you can appreciate, Earl. I got a
Yeah.
project I'm working on called 80s Baby.
Fuck. Well, listen, man. Everything be happening for a reason, but like it's been crazy lately. Like shit has just been. When I say serendipity has been beating the shit out of me, like this is dope. I like that. So 80s baby coming soon, man.
I took samples from songs from the 80s that I like and reproduced it in a
Yeah,
way.
done this something.
Yeah, Bram, I
Yeah,
made it new. It's you know what it was, but I
what it
made it something
was.
else. And yeah, I'm having fun with that, by the way. But even aside
Yeah.
from that, that hadn't been released. I'm still working on that. But I got a project with my boy called the name of the project was Nostalgia.
Nostalgia, some more shit. See that? Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to link up with you musically for real.
Collaboration, me and my boy Beat Doctor that I spoke on earlier,
Yeah.
working. He the rapper, I'm the singer. We're gonna take our talents, put it together on some mutually produced tracks that we worked on together. About a 7, 8 song project, man. Nothing major, but it's
Yeah.
definitely fun. It's fun making it. It's nothing better than having somebody that you sync
That
with.
you
Like
mess
literally,
with, yeah.
yeah. Because me and him, we get in the studio. We might talk for about an hour straight, and then when it's time to work, 15 minutes later, we got a whole song wrote and
Yeah.
recorded. That's the chemistry.
And that's
That's
the
the chemistry.
best kind, man. That's the best kind of chemistry, man. You just hit the nail on the head with the studio time breakdown. Cause I'll literally be up here for 4 or 5 hours and done 45 minutes worth of writing and recording, man. It'd be all that other shit, but that's what you need, that camaraderie, man. So where to find it, man? What's the social tags and where's all the music found?
On TikTok, all of them is pretty much listed under Courthouse 1982. You can go on YouTube,
Word,
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm just Courtney Barrett, but there's
word.
also a Courthouse page.
Page.
So
There you go.
artists. So you can catch all of that. Maybe we can drop the links on your podcast.
Absolutely. I usually run it at the bottom of the screen. Y'all already know where to find all my shit at. It's still Earl Nelson page on Facebook with the Black Girl H.A.A.S page. Um, Instagram and TikTok is still at Black Girl H.A.A.S. That's BLACKEARL _HAAS. YouTube, Black Girl House, same thing. Man, I think I'm even on LinkedIn, y'all.
Hey,
I had to go check the page to see if I'm still there. I'm still there. So Earl Nelson on LinkedIn, founder of High CNT, also USPS mailman. Know what I'm talking about? That's the JOB. Yeah, man. The podcast gonna be back up on Anchor, y'all. For those that want to listen to it on the Spotify for podcasters / Anchor app, and it's gonna be wherever you can get your podcasts at. I have not updated the previous 15 episodes, but the first 7, I think, is up there, or 8, because I think we're on episode 23 now, so it might be the first 9. Anyway, don't hold me to the mouth. I'm not thinking clearly right now, but y'all know where to find me. Y'all know where to find Mr. Courtney and that
yeah.
Courthouse 1982, bro. You got to go look all that up, go catch up with it. I feel like we definitely gonna link up now that we got some
There's a
information
part
on each other. Yeah,
coming home because I think this was good. It was flowing. I like the flow of your
absolutely.
podcast, man. And you're doing a good job with the interview. Appreciate everything you're
Yes,
doing, bro,
man.
for the culture, for the area. We from the same neck of the woods, man. So it's not like it's a lot of us, bro. Huh?
No, it's
We
not. It's
we
not.
got to represent, bro. There's nobody doing anything within the Allen Parish to the what's that,
All
St.
the way on
Landry.
this. Yeah, yeah. I'm out here in Eunice, St. Landry Parish, man. Shout out to, of course, shout out to JB, man. Shout out John Belt. Now that we come out of, we all grew up, born and bred, Basile, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? QTP was the group. Shout out to the quarter time players. Ski, Fee, Rob, Black, Tree. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody, man. Crazy shit. But yeah, we definitely go link up, man. I appreciate y'all for y'all attention and time. And you know, as always, man, keep it 101. Go holler, folks.